Hello, so this one's a little bit different from my usual videos, but I just wanted to share it because I think it is quite unusual. So I was watching the fantasy series Neverwhere from 1996. It's based on the Neil Gaiman book Neverwhere. And I'm not going to do a synopsis of the story here. I just want to use that as the gateway to address this coincidence. So I was just looking over my book. No copyright infringement intended here. I'm not profiting from this video, it's not monetized. Neverwhere by Neil Gaiman, right? So it's a fantasy set in London. It's quite quirky. Check it out if you're into fantasy. Anyway, and it utilises place names in London like Knightsbridge, Islington. Anyway, that's beside the point. It's a fantasy book, right? Page 159. There we could see it, page 159. What it says is Richard looked at the stone steps that lead up to the British Museum and decided that they were made to be danced down by Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers. Okay, that's page 159 of Neverwhere in this paperback edition. Now, another book, Angela's Ashes. Again, no copyright infringement intended. The author passed away 10 years ago. But Frank McCourt's Angela's Ashes. It's a well-known memoir of an Irish childhood and winner of the Pulitzer Prize about the author's childhood in Limerick in the Republic of Ireland in the 1930s and 1940s. Page 159. See there, page 159. It says, Mum says Fred Astaire went to his lessons every Saturday and didn't go around kicking the toes out of his boots, and if I wanted to be like him, I'd have to go to Mrs. O'Connor's every week. Now, two very different books mentioning Fred Astaire isn't really that unusual, because Fred Astaire was a very famous entertainer of the 20th century, so he's not some obscure person, he is a pretty famous person. But what I just find unusual is they're two very different books. It's the same person, and both are page 159. Now, is that not a bit strange? I'm not suggesting anything supernatural, or it's just a bit of a coincidence. Page 159 and page 159. Neverwhere, Angela's Ashes. Both mention Fred Astaire on exactly the same page, and just something I noticed. I'd actually written a note of that in Neverwhere, so I thought I'd just kind of share that. If you have either book, check it out. Now, maybe in other editions that isn't the case, but it's a bit of a coincidence.